yesterday I was talking, we were having dinner, and Erica asked me, hey, Eleanor, how are you feeling? Like, how are you physically feeling? And I was like, you know what, I'm actually feeling really great, because when you're doing a 3-day event, and I'm doing a 3-day event, and I'm doing most of the talking, so lots of preparation around voice, and I do a lot of work with my voice because it's an asset, and a lot of work with my energy and health. And you guys know I travel a lot, and I have 2 boys, and I do a lot of that stuff. And over the past couple of years, I really found that the things that I traditionally did to cope with stress were not working anymore. So lots of heavy workouts, I always used to do that, and they just were not helping me. I was doing my workouts, really hardcore exercise, and feeling completely exhausted. And I was getting this unsexy muffin top. You know, I'm like, oh my God, what is the hell is going on? Because I'm doing like sit-ups, and you know, the Spanx are getting increasingly uncomfortable. And just was not feeling, you know, just was feeling like I needed to make some changes. I just didn't know exactly what to do. And so Kristen is a very fierce, fabulous friend of mine. We started talking, and over the course of about 6 months, she planted with me some very powerful seeds around how to take care of myself now. And so I hired her and became a client of hers, and that work continued. And the way that I take care of myself now, the way that I eat, how my metabolism works, I feel incredibly focused. Like, I would have this thing where at 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I would start to, my energy and attention and focus would take a nosedive. And at that point, I started pulling up Lady Gossip. I don't know if any of you guys follow her. She is fabulous. And I would be reading all about Beyonce on Lady Gossip, and you know, an hour would go by, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing? You know, and I thought it was just that I was tired, but it's not. It's that my energy and my focus, I wasn't feeding my body appropriately. And doing the work with Kristen, that changed hugely. And for me, the ability to reclaim 1 to 2 hours of high focus, high productivity time. Like, you guys see how I work. 1 to 2 hours of time in a day is huge for me in terms of money, in terms of impact, in terms of content creation, all of that good stuff. So deciding to invest in my being to work with Kristen was a huge win for me this year. So Kristen is a former world salsa champion. Woo! She led sold out fitness classes and boot camps, multiple locations in San Francisco. And now she works with speakers. She works with high performance executive women, women who are on stage, who are leading conferences, who have lots on the go and need to have the energy to really underwrite that. She is a high performance health mentor and metabolism expert for women. She is absolutely brilliant. And over the course of this conference, she has been plying me with really amazing food. And she made the menus. Yeah. And she did that as her gift to me and to us. Right? That was a lot of time she invested. And that's huge, because I didn't see a lot of people falling asleep at this conference, okay? And it's because the content was amazing, but it's also because we're eating properly, right? We're not eating food that's putting us to sleep. I love this woman. I'm so proud and just in awe of all the work that you do. So everybody, welcome to the stage, Kristen, Nolan!
has changed my life in so many ways. And I would not be standing here and speaking to all of you if it wasn't for joining a mastermind group very similar to what Eleanor has put on for you. And that's why being here is so special to me. And I hope that all of you join her, because I'm telling you that in a group of 150 women, this woman was the one person that everybody knew. And that really does say something, okay? All right, so on to you. How many of you feel so exhausted by 5 p.m. that you have nothing left for the people that mean the most to you? Raise your hands. How many of you have noticed that your body doesn't respond to diets and exercise like it did when you were in your 20s, right? Raise your hands up. That's the most annoying thing, right? I want you to know that I get it. The research tells us that 91% of women are unhappy with their bodies. And researchers in the UK have discovered that the average woman spends 31 years of her life dieting. When I read this, I cried. 31 years. That's 31 years of not feeling good enough. 31 years you could be enjoying time with your friends and family, growing your career, or starting that business that you've always dreamed of. And the irony is that diets do not help you lose weight permanently. After working with thousands of women, I can tell you that diets ravage your body and they lower your metabolism and prevent you from losing weight permanently. I want you to know, though, that my message today is about more than just belly fat and losing weight. But when I talk about that, what I'm really talking about is what are you holding on to that isn't you? This is not about looking like the latest cover on Cosmo or living up to impossible beauty standards that we will never be able to meet. I'm here because I believe that as women leaders and as entrepreneurs, we have the opportunity right now to help make the change that our world needs right now. Economic growth, social change, and a stable environment. The world needs women to step up and take the lead, but in order to do that, we have got to end the war that we wage against our bodies every single day. Am I right? Yes. Thank you. All right, women are so stressed right now, and this is preventing us from being effective in our careers and our personal lives. For the last 10 years, I have been teaching career-focused women how to increase their metabolism so they fit back into their favorite clothes, feel energized, and most importantly, love the bodies that they live in. And today, I want to show you the 3 main stress triggers that keep extra uncomfortable stress pounds on and that deplete your energy, no matter how much dieting you do. And I want to show you exactly where to start so that you can live in the toned and energized body that you really, really want and create unstoppable success in your business and in your personal lives. So keep your pens out because you're going to want to take some notes. Most of what I'm going to talk about you've probably never heard of. In the next 45 minutes, I'm going to show you why putting off exercise for weeks, months, or even years at a time is depleting your body, making you feel exhausted, and holding you back from creating success in your business. I'm also going to show you the real secret that makes you crave that huge carby sandwich for lunch, or the bag of cookies at 3 p.m., or 2 glasses of wine after work. All right, who's with me? All right? It's okay, you can admit it. Who's the winer? Right? And drives you nuts, especially when you're trying to look and feel your best. How would you all like to have more control over what you eat today? Yeah? Okay, great. I'm going to show you how. Or maybe you eat right, you work out, and you still have this uncomfortable belly, right, that you just can't seem to get rid of. How come? There is one reason that will surprise you. I'm going to show you the secret and how you can turn this around today. So before we get into all this, since I don't know most of you, I want to share a little bit about my story. So picture this. I have just quit a job I hated and started my dream business. I love my body fitness. I have 2 locations, I have 4 instructors, and hundreds of women coming through the business every single month. I'm learning the ropes during an intense period of business growth, and at that point, I had never experienced so much success. But on top of that, I had never experienced so much stress. Here I am, a fitness guru, and my health is taking a complete nosedive. It started out with some minor digestive discomforts, which I chose to ignore, but pretty soon after that, I was experiencing bloating, and I almost felt nauseous after every time I ate, even when the food was healthy. And then my energy started just going downhill. I felt exhausted, I was snapping at my husband, I wasn't sleeping through the night, and I found myself fighting every single day to put on a show for my staff and for my clients, acting as if I had it all together when inside I literally felt like I was falling apart. So long story short, I ended up having to close one of my locations while my health continued to decline. And then at that point I decided I needed to hire an expert. So I hired a metabolism coach, and the information she had for me changed my life. It turned out that the years of stress I had put my body through to grow my business had taken a huge toll on my metabolism, my body, and my thyroid, and my health overall. So I did a complete overhaul on my exercise, nutrition, and my de-stressing strategies. Fast forward a year later, and I felt like a completely new person, full of energy, at a weight that no longer fluctuated, no more cravings, and I was so happy for the first time in years. It was at that point that I also got back to my dancing. Here's where the salsa comes in. Yeah. I became a 2-time world salsa champion. I also became a best-selling fitness author, and I opened a second business where I coach high-performing women to create the solid health foundation that they need to achieve world-class results in business. I worked with powerhouse women like your fierce host, Eleanor Beaton. Ow! Jennifer Deep Stratton, CEO of High Ticket Sales Success. We have Carla Silver. She's a Facebook marketing expert for multi-level marketing businesses. Stacey Canfield, official branding expert for 6- and 7-figure businesses. And Kim Eldridge, a New Frontier publisher and author of 19 books, which always makes me feel lazy. So, you are in the right place if you're ready to stop struggling with cravings and energy crashes, and you really want to have the drive to create those world-class results in business. Maybe you have big career goals and you know that there is no way you can stay at the top of your mental and your physical game if you don't have your energy. Or maybe you are just tired of feeling tired. You want more energy, you want to feel confident in your body, and you don't know where to start. When I opened my second business, I made it my life's mission to help high-performing women get more energy by integrating what I call your unique body balance code. This is a combination of the 3 health elements needed to increase your energy, presence, and productivity so you can show up confidently as the face of your brand. Now, this not only helps you create outstanding results in business and in your personal life, but to maintain them over time. I'll be teaching you more about this code, and for those of you who are interested, I'll show you how you can learn more at the end of the talk. So how many of you think to yourself, geez, I know I have to go work out, but I just don't have the time? Yeah?
I can talk myself out of it every time.
You go, girl. You get the award.
I can totally do that.
I hear you. I think we all get that in order to be healthy, we have to exercise, right? Kind of like duh. But let me give you another perspective with secret number 1. If you want to be smart, you have to move your body. That's right. Cognitive function increases with physical activity. So does motivation. There's a type of person that I call sedentary Susan. Sedentary Susan is physically and emotionally run down. Her body is tired because she sits most of her day in one place. She either feels like she doesn't have time to exercise, is not motivated, or talks herself out of it every single time. Right? Her mind is exhausted and foggy, and she has difficulty coping with overwhelm because she has no outlet for her stress. Here's the thing. If you sit all day in one place, day after day, your mind becomes exhausted and you feel unmotivated. You see, your brain needs two things to stay alive. Number one is fuel from oxygen and food. Number two is activation from movement and complex thinking. I think we've got the complex thinking nailed. Would you say? Yeah, right? And here's what most people don't know. Your brain has a very specific feeding pattern, which is bottom to top and back to front. Everybody point to the back bottom part of your brain. This is called the cerebellum. Now, the cerebellum is where many signals integrate, but movement is a key one. All thinking, on the other hand, and decision-making happens in the front part of your brain. Okay, everybody point here. And you remember the feeding pattern, right? So here's where it gets interesting. So when you don't move and there's no activation, you essentially have no fuel coming in to energize your brain, not your main, and make clear decisions. And that too. That actually is true. Anyway, and make clear decisions. Does this make sense? So essentially, when you don't move, you end up feeling exhausted and unmotivated. And some of you may have experienced this. If you can think back to a time where maybe you were sitting at your computer for a long day and you decided on a whim to get up and move, take a little walk around the block, and then you sat back down feeling so much better. Okay, this is exactly why. So essentially, when you don't move, there's no fuel coming into your brain from your body. Okay? Our First Lady, Michelle Obama, is a shining example of this. She's a powerhouse former nonprofit executive who has championed physical activity in the White House. Woo! Love it. And she's been very... Say what? I know, I'm still in mourning. I mean, frankly, you know. Okay, but let's get out of the negative town. We gotta make a U-turn now. Come back with me. Right? So she's been very vocal about the impact that physical activity has had on her mental capacity and her ability to lead the world as First Lady. So let me tell you about my client, Becky. Before we worked together, Becky was feeling old. She didn't recognize herself in the mirror. She had terrible energy, and frankly, she confided in me that she almost felt stupid because her brain was living in a fog. And because of that, she did not want to go work out. She did not think that she had the energy to get to the gym. But what was really keeping Becky stuck was the way that she thought exercise had to be. She thought that if she didn't go pound it out on a treadmill for 60 minutes, that there was absolutely no point. Because that's what worked in her 20s. Okay, she was 40 years old now. But the problem was she was a solopreneur and she did not have time to waste on an exercise program that she hated, right? So, once we discovered Becky's unique body balance code for exercise, and we figured out that treadmill workouts were actually going to hurt her more than help her, we designed an easy routine that she could do that energized her body and her brain. She finally felt results. Becky, she finally found the time to exercise because she was so much more productive at work. She got more done in less time, and she got tons of compliments from her clients about how much younger she looked. And here is the amazing part. She saw a major revenue increase. Just like Eleanor was talking about getting that 2 to 3 p.m. lull, she wasn't getting that anymore. So she was finally able to see clients all day. She increased her revenue by $5,000 a month. Amazing, right? Just from taking care of herself. So, the moral of the story is if you use it the right way, exercise can be your brain and your body's best friend, and this does not have to last all day. Taking a walk, moving your body, doing exercises that feel good will ultimately help to stimulate that part of your brain that keeps you focused, happy, and motivated. Okay? In fact, here is the really interesting part. Just like Eleanor was talking about, the last thing that you want to do is beat yourself up in the gym, especially if you're highly stressed. And this is because if you exercise too long, too hard, or too fast, for your current fitness level, then you actually damage your metabolism and your body holds on to extra fat. Why? Because your body's terrified you're going to starve it to death. You're overworking it, so your body's trying to hold on to every last calorie that it can. That's called conservation mode. My client Deborah did not believe me in the beginning. She did not believe in taking rest days, right? Is this a familiar picture? But Deborah's reason for overworking her body was that she refused to give up her nighttime bar of chocolate and glass of wine. It helped her unwind after the stress of a long day, and she was a realtor, top 10 in her company, so you can bet that that woman was a stress case, yes? So here's the problem. Her body was not repairing, her muscles were not repairing between workouts because she was punishing herself in the gym day after day. So she wasn't getting results. So once Deborah agreed to take 2 rest days a week and decrease the amount of time that she spent in the gym, her body stopped craving the chocolate because it didn't need all those extra calories for energy. And her wine intake decreased to 2 nights instead of 7 because her workouts became her way to unwind instead of her way to punish herself. Make sense? So here is the shocker. For many of you, a lighter and a shorter workout routine may be the key to your success. Okay? And the interesting part about this is that not all workouts are created equal for everybody's body, right? There's a unique balance code for exercise that works for every single one of you, okay? It's non-torturous exercise that feels good to do, okay? Now, when I work more closely with clients, we discover exactly what this is for your body. But to get started, here's a great place to start. By doing things like circular joint conditioning to increase your flexibility, toning workouts, like strength training workouts to increase the definition, especially right here, everybody loves that, in your body. And by doing cardio bursts to increase your stamina, your body will feel younger, you'll probably feel like brand new, and you'll have the energy to start creating bigger success in your business. Now, I totally get that doing a lighter and shorter workout routine is not usually the thing that you hear. So I want to demonstrate the effect of this very quickly, but for this, I will need a volunteer. Raise your hand. Who wants to be my volunteer? Come on up. But you're going to have to run. Will you remind me of your name? Yolanda. Give her a hand. Okay. So here's what Yolanda is going to do. Do you have any shoulder injuries, or are you okay? You're okay? Okay, great. So she's going to bring her arm up like this. Do it on the right side, actually. There you go. I'm going to try and press her arm down, right? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so she's pretty strong. Not bad. So now what I'm going to do, remember how we were talking about circular joint conditioning, increasing strength and flexibility? What we're going to do is we're just going to compress her joint a little bit. Does anybody have an idea of what activities could compress your joints?
Texting.
Bam, sitting, texting, because what are we doing? We're sitting like this, right? So what gets tight? My neck, my back, my neck and my back, my knees, all that. Okay, so on a smaller level, this is what we're doing. So bring your arm up again. And push up, 1, 2, 3, go. So what happened? Somebody, quick.
Lost strength.
She lost her strength, right? Because her joints were compressed. So jam joints, compressed joints equal weak muscles. This is why you want to move your joints. Make sense? It's very easy, but it will turn on your strength very quickly, and I'll show you right now. Everybody go like this. So you're gonna bring your thumb in, you're gonna wave it out. Just doing a little thumb movement right here. Okay, it feels like you're doing nothing, right? And now just do a little thumb circle. Awesome. Try to make it super smooth. We want to make sure our joints are all moving smoothly, no choppy points. Okay, bring your arm up again, and you're going to press up. 1, 2, 3, go. That's good, actually. That's locking in place very nicely, and I can't push it down. Anyway, so yeah, I know. It's like I was Superman, and now I'm not. Superwoman, and now I'm not. So that's what happens when you sit all day. No bueno, right? So You absolutely do not want to go to the gym and start lifting weights without doing some joint mechanics first. Make sense? Yes. Okay, excellent. Thank you, Nolan. All right. So let's move on to our second secret. How many of you wake up early on a Monday morning and think, oh shoot, I have got to lose 5 pounds by Friday. Yeah? I'll just have a coffee for breakfast and a salad for lunch and dinner, right? And then you do it. You skip breakfast and eat a light salad for lunch, and by 3 p.m. you are starving. How long do you think you can keep this up before you devour a bag of cookies in the break room, right? Well, I have a secret for you, and it has nothing to do with willpower. Here is the secret. The less you eat, the more you crave. This means that you cannot get your body in shape by starving yourself or skipping meals. I call it Cravers Skip Meals Sally. Skip Meals Sally. She waits till she is starving to eat, and then she has uncontrollable cravings starting right around 3 p.m. Or she overeats at a meal, because at that point, she is hangry. Does everybody know what I mean by hangry? Hungry? Yeah, totally. Oh yeah, yeah. Just keep a banana in your bag. Here's the catch, you guys. If you overeat, your body can't process all that food at once. So it hangs around as fat. All right? And Sally, Skip Meals Sally, she feels guilty and horrible about overeating, especially when she's trying to look and feel her best. But once that hanker sets in, she cannot help herself. So the less you eat, the more you crave. I call it stress cravings. I find this always happens with my high-performance women who see clients back to back to back to back all day long, and then they wait till they are starving to take care of themselves. But at that point, it's too late, all right? Because your body hates being hungry, so it goes on code red. It releases cortisol, a stress hormone that makes your blood sugar raise and then crash. And when it crashes, you do not care. It is game over. You reach for brownies, cookies, basically anything that makes you feel better so you can calm the internal stress. Make sense? Okay. Take my client, Nikki. Before she worked with me, she was so busy getting her daughter ready for school every morning that she would skip breakfast, right? Now, unfortunately, this made, do you all know those cake pops from Starbucks? Okay. This made Nikki an Olympic 3 p.m. cake pop snacker. Nikki could literally devour 3 Starbucks cake pops in less than 5 minutes because she was starving. She had a cake pop problem. Now, Nikki had been putting off taking her new website photos for months because she wanted to lose 10 pounds before getting in front of the camera. Relatable? Yeah. Right? Okay. But we knew that there was no way she was going to be able to get those pounds off if we didn't get a handle on that craving. So when she realized that skipping breakfast was causing her to crave that sugar later in the day, she agreed to have something simple and easy that didn't take too much time in the morning. So we gave her a breakfast that would taste good and kick off her metabolism, and if ever she was hungry later in the day, she had my Super Snacks cheat sheet that taught her how to combine snacks on the go and keep her free of cravings all day long. So Becky lost that 10 pounds, and she felt more comfortable in her body after years of trying to reach her goals. All right? And just in time for her website photo shoot. It was a good motivation for her. Anybody relate to this story? A little bit? Here is the cool thing. As a huge bonus, by not skipping meals, your body will feel energy like you never knew you had. My client Amy used to just crash almost every day after lunch. Everything that she chose to eat would make her super tired, okay? So this was really killing her productivity and her ability to see clients in the afternoon. And she had a huge launch coming up that she knew she needed all day energy for. So she called me We started out by discovering her body balance code for nutrition and figured out exactly what foods were making her feel exhausted. Then we put together 3 simple combinations that she could eat after lunch that made her more energized. Becky had all-day energy to launch her new virtual sales boot camp 12 weeks later, which was amazing. She ended up doing a fabulous talk from the stage. She added 500 plus more people to her list, and she did a $30,000 launch. Amazing, right? I love showing you these examples because your health is really what matters in your ability to create financial success. So the key here is that by eating breakfast and the right types of snacks that kick up your metabolism is the secret weapon to weight loss, decreased cravings, and high energy. And I have to tell you that most of the high performance women I work with don't believe me in the beginning. And this is because the weight loss industry is a $206 billion industry, teaching you that you need to take that pill or do that diet, when simply all you have to do is eat foods that make your body feel good and energized, and you will decrease weight. No fancy diet needed. Okay, and here's a huge tip. You're going to want to write this one down. You can't just eat one type of food to boost your metabolism. You always have to eat in food combinations, meaning a protein, a carb, and a fat with every meal and snack. This builds your body a buffer against cravings so you don't lose control later in the day. Now, here's the secret. Not all proteins, carbs, and fats work best for your body. That is why when we discover your body balance code for nutrition, we can figure out exactly what foods will keep you energized and what foods will not. Make sense? But to start out again, you're going to want about a thumb size of fat. Everybody put up your thumb like this. A fist size of carb. Punch it out like you mean it. Okay? And a palm size of protein. Okay? With every meal. Make sense? Do it again. We've got thumb. Do little moves, little dance moves. Punch, fist, that's carb. We've got palm protein. Hi-ya! And then you can do a karate kick at the end, right? So that's how you can remember. All right, so we're going to be moving on to our final secret. Now, this is something that drives almost every woman I work with crazy pants. How to get rid of belly bloating, or as I call it, belly bloatation. And here's a funny story, you guys. Eleanor's going to kill me. I didn't actually know that bloatation wasn't a word. Just take that in for a second. I kept typing it out on Word documents, like, why does this keep auto-correcting? I totally spelled this right. It is now #bloatation. You're a journalism major, right? Yeah. My dad was an English major. This is bad. Anyway. Okay, back to you. Maybe you diet. Maybe you work your abs till exhaustion. Maybe you eat salads and grilled chicken. And you still feel uncomfortable with your belly, right? So I want to tell you exactly where this belly comes from and how to make it disappear. Here is the secret. Oh, there's bloatation. There you go. Well, blank. I forgot that word wasn't up there. Your belly comes from stress, and your crazy busy schedule is keeping you bloated. According to the American Psychological Association, 1 out of 3 women rate their stress levels at an 8, 9, or 10 out of 10. That's a third of the women in this room experiencing very high stress on a regular basis. I call these clients busy betties, and they are doers. They are total type A's, working their booties off to do everything and to please everyone. None of you are like that, right? I think it might be 3 out of 3 women in this room. But the thing about Betty is she is so stressed. She could literally eat a perfect diet and exercise every day, but physically she cannot drop weight. And this is because, believe it or not, stress keeps you fat. This is because when you are stressed, your body can't tell the difference between you're being chased by a bear and you might die, or you're just having a crazy day at work or with the kids. Okay? Is that not insane? So essentially, when you're feeling stressed, your brain goes into fight or flight mode and prevents you from digesting foods until things get back to normal. Because think about it. I mean, if you're running from a bear, you're not thinking about breaking down foods. Okay? You like this, running from a bear? Okay. And prolonged stress makes your digestion decrease its efficiency by up to 50%. That's 50%. This means when you're worried, anxious, stressed, and those hormones activate, your body has trouble breaking down even healthy foods, and this is exactly why you can eat salads and grilled chicken until it's coming out of your ears, but you still won't lose weight. Okay? My client Kimberly, she had her own catering company where she was working on her feet all day long. She was extremely stressed every day, and she started experiencing what I had. She was experiencing bloating and discomfort even after eating healthy foods. So she decided to call me because she had a big magazine photo shoot coming up. Her company was going to be featured in a popular culinary magazine in 16 weeks. So she knew she had to get a handle on this problem. So we started out by getting her meals on point, which helped a lot. But I'm telling you, the magic happened once we discovered her body balance code to decrease stress and had her spend 10 minutes a day in what I call finding your happy place. Okay. We calmed her body and her mind so she could get 8 hours of sleep a night. The bloating went away, and she felt amazing right before her magazine shoot. Incredible, right? I'm telling you. Like, when she first started doing this, she lost 3 pounds in 1 week. What? Not from anything else, but just from feeling more calm. It's amazing. So sleep, rest, and recovery really are the new diet. And this is because circulation to your digestion is increased during sleep, rest, and other recovery efforts. Okay? Let's talk about Arianna Huffington for a moment. She is, of course, founder and editor-in-chief of the Huffington Post, one of the biggest blogs on the internet, and consistently ranked as one of the #1 women in media. She has written extensively on how getting 8 hours of sleep a night is critical to her continued performance in the boardroom and her ability to stay low on stress. Okay? So, you know, the National Sleep Foundation, they have done studies about women and sleep and have discovered that the average woman is only getting 6 hours of sleep a night. So that pretty much means that if this is you, you're cheating yourself out of 25% of the rest that you need to recover effectively, which, as we have seen, decreases belly bloat. Okay? You guys see the correlations here? Okay. So the overall key here is that stress is giving you a belly. And you can get rid of it not by extreme dieting or over-exercising, but by majorly decreasing your stress. And if you think that's impossible still, so do half of my clients, and so did I. But we found ways to decrease stress for each and every one of them, and guess what? The belly starts to disappear. Amazing, right? Can I get an amen? That means you don't have to diet. You get to take care of yourself. Thank you. I say that. I'm not very religious, but I say that a lot. I don't know. Okay, so let's move on here. Now you know 3 of the main reasons why your big body may be feeling stuck, okay? We have not moving and experiencing exhaustion and low motivation. We have not eating enough and experiencing cravings and energy crashes. And we've just learned that stress gives you an uncomfortable stress belly. That's what I call it, stress belly. You know, even after all of this, some of you are going to think that you still don't have the time or the resources to take care of yourself until you are more successful. But here is the truth. Your ability to create the financial success that you want in your life and the impact that you want to have with your message is 100% dependent on how you feel. That means that the way you show up matters. And I think that we can all get that to a certain extent because we've all had days where we haven't got enough rest, where we totally starved ourselves, and where we haven't made the impact that we wanted to. But the problem with high performance women is you all get so busy trying to please everybody and do everything that these days become the norm for you. And then pretty soon you find yourself, just like I did, knowing that something needs to change but not knowing how to turn it around. Constantly having this internal battle with yourself because you are supposed to be the one that has it together. You're the one that everybody looks up to, okay? How are you going to feel in 5 to 10 years from now? And I get sad when I think about this. Like when you're looking back on all those moments where you could have made a higher impact. You were only half there. You weren't showing up to your full potential. How are you going to feel when you could have been more present? Instead of thinking about all the weight you need to lose or whatever, you could have been more present for the people who meant the most to you. So now, what would it be like if you stopped feeling exhausted, you started feeling like yourself again, and you were present for the people that meant the most? What would it be like to have unbelievable confidence, delivering your message, speaking from the stage, closing sales because you truly felt comfortable in your own skin? Imagine what it would be like to magnetically attract ideal clients into your life, almost like magic, because you were at the top of your mental and your physical game. Imagine having your friends be like, "What happened to you?" Right? "You look amazing!" Right now, I guarantee that there are at least 3 main triggers in your life that are either keeping stress pounds on or making you feel exhausted. Okay, but it's not your fault. Most of the time you don't even know it's happening because you have so much going on in your life that you have to manage. But I found that no 2 women lose weight and get healthy the same way. And identifying exactly what may be causing your body to stay stuck is the first step towards feeling energized, fitting back into the clothes you love, and loving the body that you live in. And that's why this discovery process and what you learn today is the starting point for my 5-step Fit for Success formula. So now, since we have some more time, what I'd love to do is take you through this system. And every time we go through one of the aspects, I will tell you something you can immediately apply into your life. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
All right. And I have to tell you that it doesn't matter if you've been working out for years or you're just getting started. I mean, how many of you experience cravings on a somewhat regular basis? In the afternoon, in the evening times, after dinner? So did my client Myra. Myra lost 45 pounds in 10 months just from having more control over what she ate. And she actually enjoyed the process. She was still able to go out to dinner on Saturday nights with her friends and enjoy a dessert, so she never felt deprived. How many of you are feeling like your metabolism may be slowing down as you age? So did my client Leslie. Leslie had never worked out a day in her life before she met me. She was 42 years old. She lost 15 inches, this is crazy, all over her body in 12 weeks, just from using this system very diligently. So let's go ahead and go through this system now. All right, very first step is identifying your unique body balance code. You'll remember this is a combination of the 3 health elements needed to increase your energy, your productivity, and your performance so you can show up confidently as the face of your brand. Because remember that no two people lose weight the same way. Everybody's schedule is different, everybody's body is different, and everybody's meal preferences are different. And you'll remember that in order to feel your best, you don't necessarily need to kill yourself in the gym or even eat healthy every single meal. But you do need to integrate these three elements in a way that works for you. The first one are energizing workouts to increase your stamina. The second one are eating in healthy food combinations to increase your metabolism. And the third one is to find ways to reach your happy place and keep you relaxed so that you can get rid of extra protective stress pounds. Okay? 3 things. Step number 2 is to energize and cleanse. Once you know your unique body balance code, you will discover a way to eat that actually cleanses your body naturally, using real foods, not a juice cleanse, so that you are never hungry. Because I have to tell you that so many of my clients know how to eat healthy when they come to see me, but there's always, in every case, some very key components that they're missing, which is why they're having trouble feeling energized from the foods that they eat. When you eat in cleansing combinations of proteins and carbs and healthy fats, you balance your blood sugar, and you'll remember, what is this? What is this? No, protein. I did it. Let's try that again. What's this? What's this? Protein. What's this? Right, yeah. Okay. All right, cool. So, yeah, I just distracted myself. All right, anyways, when you're doing that, your blood sugar can stay stable so that you decrease cravings and you even decrease body bloat. All right, step number 3 is to shape and tone, because let's face it, ladies, if you really want to know how to turn heads, you've got to lift and shake those sexy curves, girl. And the real secret to feeling toned is to start slow and listen to your body, okay? So for this, you'll remember that you'll want to do circular joint conditioning, right? To increase flexibility and strength. Then you'll want to do weights. You want to lift some weights or do some kind of resistance training to increase the tone in your body. For this, you'll want to do pushing and pulling exercises to tone your arms and your back and your shoulders. Get that little indentation? Oh yeah. You want to do ab exercises to strengthen your core. And you want to do leg exercises because, hot tip coming up, drum roll, legs have the biggest muscles in your body. So when they are toned and conditioned, they burn the most calories. What? Right? So you definitely want to do some leg exercises. This type of exercising will keep you not only toned, but defined and strong. Okay? Step number 4 is to raise your metabolism. If you are interested in permanent weight loss, the secret to doing that is to keep your metabolism high. Now, most women, they end up sabotaging their success in this area, okay? Because they get very impatient. Most women feel like they need to lose weight in order to get healthy. But I'm here to tell you that it is absolutely the other way around. You have got to get your body healthy enough and energized enough in order to lose weight permanently. The other thing that happens in order to increase your metabolism is you have to increase the definition in your muscles so they can start to burn off extra fat at rest. That is the healthy way to lose weight and to increase metabolism. Make sense? All right, so that's a big step. And step number 5 is to maintain your results with ease, because seriously, what good is a lean body if you can't keep it? Am I right? Yeah. We want to help you be able to maintain your results easily. And you know, it's really cool because when you start, Eleanor's been talking about but when you start with the big vision and you chunk it into these daily habits that you are doing daily, then you start to build on a program that you can maintain for life and not just a torturous 21-day fix that is just impossible to manage. Does this make sense? Yeah. All right. So, for those of you looking for this and you want to learn a little bit more about how our Fit for Success system can help you reach your goals, not your goals, but your goals, I've created a very special opportunity just for this group. It's called a Fit for Success call with me, and in this call, what we're going to do is help you discover your top 3 stress triggers and exactly what you need to do next to increase your energy, your metabolism, and fit back into the clothes that you absolutely love, okay? These calls are typically a $497 value. But for you today, because you are here, they are free. All right? So, Caitlin's going to go ahead and pass out the summary sheets because, similar to Anne, my schedule is very, very busy, so you do have to qualify in order to get on a call, okay? This is very, very serious stuff. You all are looking at me very seriously. I'm going to be serious with you, okay? All right, so pass those bad boys out. We're going to go through exactly who these calls are perfect for. Number 1, you love my smile. Just kidding. Okay, number 1, you're tired of eating healthy and still not losing weight. Number 2, you want more energy, you want to feel good in your body, and you don't know where to start. Number 3, you are sick of having your cravings get the best of you almost every day at 3 p.m. or later, and you want to get to the bottom of it. Number 4, you have a specific fitness and weight loss goal, or weight loss goal, I should say, in mind, and you are serious about reaching it. And number 5, you are ready to put yourself first, huge, and invest the time and energy you need to get the support, okay? So, if you feel you qualify and you want a Fit for Success call with me, go ahead and fill out your form, and you can hand it to me at the end of this talk. After you fill out your form, what I'm going to do is send you a link to my Fit for Success assessment that's going to give you immediate insight on exactly what's going off with your health plan and how to correct it. Okay? So just fill out your form and hand it to me at the end of the talk. Okay, for those of you who are not ready for a call, but who want to stay in touch, because you love my smile, then please check the box at the top and you'll get access to my high energy snack list. These are 31 snacks. I use them every single day myself. My top clients use this list. It's amazing. And there's 5 categories of snacks to choose from. We have flat belly, everybody loves that one. 0 cravings, toned and home, increased energy, and increased stamina. All right, so just check the box at the top. Print your email very legibly, and I will make sure you get that list in your inbox ASAP. Okay. Now, I want to just leave you with this one final thought. Today may not be the right time for you to get the help that you need in this area. But as Eleanor has taught us and is a shining example of, presence is critical to great leadership and performance. And the backbone of that is absolutely your health and your energy. So the way I see it, you can either take care of your body and show up as energized, confident, and trustworthy. This helps you gain the trust of your peers and get access to bigger and better opportunities. Or you can keep putting off your health. Yeah? But this makes you show up as stressed and unpredictable, and I have to tell you that you may think you're hiding it, But the people that surround you on a daily basis, they know. And the real problem with this is they will never tell you. As in, you will never know the real reasons that your clients left, or why you didn't get put up for that promotion. Only you have the power to change your health and to change your energy, okay? And it can start today. I hope it does, because you all have some great information now. Yeah? Woo-hoo. All right. I want to thank you all so